Hello, let me welcome you to our today's webinar that will be focused on SAP Analytics Cloud Smart features. My name is Aleksandra Borucka. I am the moderator of today's webinar. By my side, your expert who will guide you through the main part of our webinar, Bartosz Kramp.
Hello.
Our today's presentation is divided in two main parts. I will provide you with a short overview of our company, give you some important facts of what we do, who we are, and how we can support you. Then Bartosz will guide you through the main part about SAP Analytics Cloud Smart features. SNP is a transformation company that was founded back in 1994 in Heidelberg. Over the years, we have grown to a company with currently over 1,350 people, a company that supported over 10,000 different transformation projects. Geographically, we are located on all major continents, which means that we have our delivery centers in Europe, both Americas, in Asia. We have recently also opened our new subsidiary in Australia. This is a big advantage for us, because we can directly serve our customers over several time zones. For example, today's webinar we are running from Poland. As our president of the board says, transformation never ends, which means that companies change as their business environment changes. There are also IT-driven or technical causes that may lead to transformation needs. We are a company that understands this, and our core business is transformation of SAP-centric IT environments. We support our customers in their daily transformations that are part of their business life. Currently, we have a lot of transformation projects related to S/4HANA migration, and we do it our own way, so-called Bluefield way. SNP's Bluefield approach lets you merge, split, upgrade, and harmonize systems in a single go-live project with automated data and business process testing. With Bluefield approach, you can simply automate your journey to SAP S/4HANA. We could speak long about Bluefield, but this is rather a topic for another webinar, as our focus to date is SAP Analytics Cloud Smart features. SNP Poland is one of the biggest companies implementing IT systems in Poland. Since 2017, we are part of SNP Group and carry out projects all over the world. Our offer is focused on three main areas. SNP SAP experts. We offer a full range of SAP services. Implementation, development, maintenance. We have here 22 years of experience, the biggest team of specialists. SNP data centers are experts in the maintenance and the development of IT environments. We provide IT outsourcing based on the double secure and infrastructure of SNP data centers. SNP Software Factory, which means tailor-made software, IT staffing, team leasing, Java and .NET applications. We create innovative applications that support any business process. That would be it when it comes to the short introduction of SNP. Now I would hand over to Bartosz.
In today's webinar, I will present smart features of SAP Analytics Cloud, but I will also tell a few words about the tool itself. And the smart feature will be presented with a short video. So let me change the video. Okay, start. At the very beginning, SAP Analytics Cloud welcomes us with a modern interface. We see many fully configurable tiles on the screen, and it allows us to set up the most important charts as the first thing we see after we start using the tool. All the tiles can be moved, scaled, or configured for our own needs. It's as simple as you can see. We don't need to ask for help from the administrator or IT side. All the users can do it on their own. And what is important, the configuration is per user. So all the users have its own configuration. Of course, presented data is not just a static view. We can interact with every tile, for example, to get insight into a sale during the year or analyze the data in components. To analyze the data, we can choose to maximize it. And what is more, we are not limited to analyze the height of the column. By hovering the column, we can see its details. And by clicking on two columns, we can see its comparison. In this example, we can see that the sales in Canada was bigger than the sale in India by 41 billion. Okay. Analytics Cloud also allows us to open source dashboards of the tiles directly from the miniature. And when we open the dashboard, the first thing that we can spot is that it's the variety of charts, but that's not all that can be offered by the tool. For example, we can use RSS feeds that will present the latest news from a selected category, or also the smart grouping feature. The smart grouping features will automatically group the data into a specified number of clusters with similar properties. After we enable edit mode, we can get access to Smart Insight feature. In this case, we can see what was the most influencing dimension of our data, and in this KPI you can see that that was the city dimension, and the Warsaw was the biggest influencer. And after we click on the Smart Insight icon, we can open the detail pop-up on the right side. And here we can see other contributors to our value. Contribution of the selected dimension will be presented below as a chart with the average line across the chart. And we can also add the chart directly to our story with the Add as a Chart button. Next interesting feature is a map. We can present the data related to longitude and latitude as a point on the map, which size and color is connected to the presented values. You can see that here we analyze the stores from Poznań located on the map in Poznań. Every tile can be extended with comments. What is important, we can place notifications in comments for our colleagues to help us investigate something on our chart. In this example, we asked Julia Jones to report on her shop, and the notification will be sent immediately to her, and Julia Jones will see the notification on her screen in this moment. There's also a search button at the top of the dashboard, and it allows us to turn on Search to Insight feature. The feature uses artificial intelligence to translate our query in natural language to query on data. For example, when we write sales in 2018, we get our data on the right side in KPI tile. And we also get some suggestions for the analysis that may probably interest us also. For example, sale only in fourth quarter of the year. Of course, we can choose many measures here and also connect measure with dimension to create separate analyze. Also, the chart that is presented after system proceed with our query. We can add this chart to our story directly from this view by clicking on the Add to Story button at the right bottom. Okay, next important thing is that we can use many data sources from different departments of our company in one dashboard. We can, for example, present it in separate tabs. Here we can see the sale, values, human resources, and logistics, and also the variety of charts is presented here. Now I will present the Smart Discovery feature. This feature uses machine learning to create dashboard from the scratch. We just need to tell the system which measure is we need to analyze, which measure we need to analyze, which is the sale, and make a few more suggestions. As for example, we don't need to analyze the latitude or longitude, and it will help the system to create the better solution for ourselves. The dashboard created this way is a perfect starting point from the further work of the developer. We are also restricted by the data limit. Smart Discovery can work on a specific limitation of data. And to limit the data, we need just to set a filter. For example, we will need to filter the customer bank, and we choose the M bank here. And as we can see, the data limit is okay for us. And we need to hit the Run button, and the machine learning will create the dashboard here. It will take a few seconds, but when we compare it to the work of the developer to create the same dashboard, it will be much shorter than the work of a human. Okay, we contribute to the Smart Discovery to create the dashboard to analyze sales value, and we can see it on the first KPI, that's the summary of sales. Also, the name of a tab is connected to our analyze. We received many charts with different approaches to analyze the data. For example, here we can see that the data during the time, and also we got the prediction of the sales value for the period that we don't have information yet about. In this chart, we also see that some of the products are more connected to our sales than the others. And also, what is important, we can also check the key influencers of our data. Of course, machine learning is a great tool, but data analysts still require domain knowledge. On the chart, we can see that the most impact is related to the revenue. Of course, sales and revenue is connected with each other, but other information that are presented here as a margin or price are useful for our analysis. For example, here we can see the average sales of product group. Okay, Smart Discovery creates its analytical model on selected data, but some of them could not fit into this model. We can see these discrepancies in unexpected values tab. Some values are different than it was expected. The reason could be that the data were generated artificially. That's not the real case data. That could be the real reason behind the unexpected values. What is interesting, we can also check the simulation tab. And here in simulation, we can check how the changes of some values will affect our expected sales. In this example, we'll use the white bread and check how the price changes and margin changes will affect our value. And when we increase the price, we can also expect that the sales value will increase by 0.1%. But what is interesting, when we change the margin from 5% to 8%, the sale will drop down by 0.5%. We can also see the impact of all the values here on waterfall. And for example, when we look at the rebates, we can see that rebates decrease our sales value. That's obvious. Okay, SAP Analytics Cloud is not only the dashboard and charts. This tool also offers us planning capabilities. Now I will present it on our case table. In the table we can see budget data for year 2018 and the data for first quarter of 2019. Data for second quarter of 2019 are not filled. We need to plan them. Of course, data can be presented as a hierarchy and then it can be expanded. If we want to plan data for next period, we can use the predictive forecast function. And now we will plan the data for the second quarter of the 2019. Okay. To do this, we need to choose the version and choose the periods from periods that we will use data from to make our prediction. We can use three different algorithms: automatic forecast, linear regression, and triple exponential smoothing. All of this algorithm has its own approach to the data, and we can run the prediction and see the preview of the data in the next step on a chart here. Here in orange color we can see the predicted values and also the upper and lower boundaries of our prediction. Of course, when we use the different algorithm, we will receive different data. Okay, we can see it here on the example. We can see that the line has a different shape than previously. And also at the bottom of the chart, we can see the values that will be placed in our table when we accept the prediction. Here we have it. And when we click on OK button, the values will be written down to our table. We can see the change in orange color. And of course, data in all the nodes will be filled as according to the proportion that was available in previous period. Okay, that's all that I wanted to present in our short video. Now I will discuss the SAP Analytics Cloud data. We can choose the data from many different data sources. For example, SAP data sources from different databases, or by using OData services we can connect to many other systems. And of course we can also import flat files data to the cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud gives us two ways of data connection. It's data import and live connections. The difference is that the data import really imports the data to the cloud, while the live connection takes the data from the system directly, but does not import it to the cloud. What is important? Most of the features available in the cloud require data to be imported into the cloud. What is important? SAP gives us also the tool that allows us to schedule the data importing to the cloud automatically. It's data import scheduling, and we can configure it on our own way. We can import the data once a day during the night, or for the almost real-time data, we can, for example, load the data once every hour. Okay, the developers of SAP Analytics Cloud wanted to create one solution with many possibilities, many analytical possibilities. It, of course, allows us to create dashboards, to make a planning, to use the complicated functions and to make the predictions. And the solution is available as a software as a service. What customer needs to pay is connected to the users that will use the SAP Analytics Cloud. All the licenses are connected to the user number, and also the functionalities of these users. What is important, when we pay for the cloud, we don't need to pay for the hosting additionally. It's included in the fee. SAP Analytics Cloud also supports mobile devices. All the functions that are available as a desktop functions will also be available in mobile devices, and the size of the cloud will be also changed to the mobile devices sizes. As I said, that's the tool that is really strongly developed by SAP at the moment. It has regular updates. Updates are presented to the customers almost once every 2 weeks. Okay, and that's all from my side. I would like to thank you for your attendance. And if you want to know more about SAP Analytics Cloud, I invite you to check our channel on YouTube. You will find there information about architecture of the SAP Analytics Cloud, also webinar about application designer or planning and predictive functionalities of the tool. Thank you.
Thank you.